So when you sign into your BYU Idaho sign in, this is something similar as what you have. So you click on iLearn, and then you will have something similar to this. Over on the right side over here is where you then will have your courses. Some of you may have more than one, but the one that we're talking about right now is FT 211. So you click on that link there, and this is what you see. I would encourage you every time you sign into the course to read these announcements. It'll be down the left side. This is an introductory announcement. And so this is your key page where you need to go each time you need to do something in the course electronically. So across the top here are your main menu items. I'm going to switch over to make sure you're not seeing that I'm seeing the same thing you would see. So here we go. The main menu items are up here. The more detailed, according to the schedule that we're on, is down the right side over here. That's just kind of a quick look into your calendar, what's current and what's upcoming. But just to give you an idea, I'll just click through these just real quick so you understand the difference between these menu items. The contents is exactly what it is. Down the left side is all your main menu items. And when you pop on one of those, and the information comes up here in the right pane on the right. So that's the content. Table of contents, links to everything. Discussions will get you into the discussion groups that you need to participate in. Now, this questions and conversations, there's one of these for every lesson. Okay, see lesson 2 is question and conversations. If you have a question that does not need a in the next couple hours an answer to it, then post one in there for me, and the rest of the class will benefit from your question as well as answer. This lesson number 1 you'll be working on this very next week includes all these things here. These discussion groups, your comments and whatnot. So that's a basic introduction to discussions. Later on, starting in lesson 2, you got to choose your position discussion, which is a graded kind of a thing. So let's go back up to main items, quizzes. This is where you link into taking quizzes, a little bit quicker way to get into them. Assignments, same idea. Case study topic presentation. This will mean more to you here in a few minutes. Calendar is another view of all of the important dates. So you see every time these things on Saturday are telling you when things are available first. So you've got week 1 coming up on the 11th of Monday, 11th of September start. That's week 1. But you'll see on the Saturday, a week from today, a week from Saturday, you already have lesson 3 materials that applies to week 3 starting the 25th. So what you're getting is about 9 days notice on the start of lesson material, specifically adjusted so that being online you can adjust your schedule accordingly and do assignments early if you need to be. So great advantage. So that's how you'll see there's a lot of stuff due on Wednesday and Monday, as well as Thursday. When we start doing projects, then you start seeing things on Thursday, but Monday and Wednesday. Now, that does not mean that you're doing work necessarily on the Sabbath day. I discourage that. I don't think it's needed if you just plan ahead. and simply designed to give others a chance to look at some of your work, as well as grading to occur after those deadlines. So don't construe these dates to mean you've got to be doing Sabbath. It's, done other than on Sabbath day. Okay. My grades. Here you can go see your grades over there. Course tools. You look at your classmates in there. Groups and attendance records. Here's some BYUI tools. Learning model. You're probably already familiar with that. With library, videos, surveys, links out to there. So let's spend some time talking about going back to content. I highly recommend that you go down this left side in order in the next couple of days to see what's available. So here's a quick overview about how to get a hold of me. We've talked about table of contents. This schedule is a little bit different way of looking at your due dates. You'll recognize this is the same stuff as on the calendar, but there's a little more detail. What it is, when it's due, that kind of thing, as you go down through the course. All right. So, table of contents we already talked about. Let's hit the welcome. There's a lot of stuff in this under this welcome tab. You need to absolutely consume everything that's in here and make sure you understand it. Ask me questions if you need to. It's very important in the next 2 or 3 class days to understand what's in there. And please, if you don't understand it, it's not making sense to you for some reason, please ask me a question. There's a very good video behind this telling you a little bit about Pakistan, why we're doing this. A syllabus, when you pop these links, then it'll go there. And then you scroll to look at everything that's in there. Now, let me talk about navigation here just a little bit. Not all of these screens will respond properly to a back button or back arrow. What you need to get in the habit of is, even anytime you're done looking at this screen, is to come up here. This is your trail. So if you want to go back to welcome, hit that button rather than hitting the back button. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it doesn't. I'm just telling you something that always does. So you click on welcome, it takes you back to where you came from. So here you're back. Here's your welcome. Just looked at syllabus, you look at university policies, and all these kinds of things. So read through all that, pop all the links, look at the videos, make sure you understand things. Course resources, let's look at that for just a minute. Discussion board journal is something else you need to do before you, in the next 2, 3, 4 days, is to make sure you understand these instructions and what leading a discussion means. And there's some good direction here. Let's hit the back button here and just see what happens. We want to go back to discussion boards. I'll hit the back button. It takes you back to the welcome screen. So you just need to understand how this thing works. It didn't take you back here. It took it clear up here. So don't use the back button all the time. All of you in the class will be a member of what's called a Pakistan Research Group. It's a theoretical group, but within that confines, and you're expected to do projects as if you were going to advise others that do not have the knowledge based on whatever the project is that you're engaged in. Okay, so now let's get down to some nitty-gritty here. Look at this, 3 different projects. I'll tell you that in these 3 projects is buried 60% of your grade. So there you go, 60% in these 3. the case studies first. Instructions, again, please don't just, when you're doing this stuff, just skip down here into the middle. Make sure that you go over the instructions, you understand the rubric or what's expected of you. Read these instructions because every class, there are those who will jump past this stuff and just start doing the research, and then they end up having to redo it, or their group gets a low score. So please read this stuff in order. It's organized pretty much the same, whichever one of these you click on. You got instructions, you got sign up, you got the due dates, the submissions, so please pay attention to that stuff up front and read it in order. It's chronologically important. So the topic presentations is an individual project, and it's an audio-visual project, and the grading guidelines and everything tells you about that. The case studies and the futures project are group projects using the same group. So when you sign up as a group for the case study, then that will also be your group for the futures project. This is a rough chronological order of how things will occur. Futures project is the very last thing in the semester. They come all in all at once, and you have a week of reading 10 different projects and watching them. It's the capstone of all your efforts, and it's a very rewarding week for you to read 9 other presentations that have gone a lot of sweat and tears into them about getting them organized and presented. So that's the basic things. I want to just to close out our session here is make sure you understand that you got some due dates here coming up. You look at this, you're expected to have this done by the 13th, which is on Wednesday, and it's just making an entry into this discussion group. All right, so, and this due date means just to read that. But here you go. This is important. By Wednesday, we expect you to sign up on topics and case study topics that you're going to do for the rest of the semester. So you got a very intensive couple of days here to understand where the course is going and to get signed up as soon as you can on the signups. That's their Google Docs that I've given you the links to in this course. You go out there and sign up, and you're ready to go in terms of working together or by yourself, as the case may be. So that topic presentation sign up links to here, and then you punch this Google Doc. And you can't see it very good on the screen, but anyway, it takes you out there so that you can sign up. Okay, so that's the most important basics. This is going to be a great course. This is not the last time that I can make a presentation for you or answer your questions. This is not the last time, so this is just a start. Make sure that you understand when you sign into the course right up front that you read the announcements on the left side, because if I haven't given you an email, there might be an announcement that clues you in onto something important. So best of luck to you. This is a great time to learn more about this great country, the people that live there, and I pray that you might be able to get the connection between understanding it and making good decisions about how you view your brothers and sisters in other parts of the world. So thank you very much. Talk to you later.